For me, when I was looking at things, it was going impact versus effort. What's going to be the most impactful thing I can do with the least amount of effort, kind of ideally. And when I was starting to look at different things, so I was looking at all the data at the time, and I was going, okay, like, what are the tools? What have we got? And where are kind of the challenges? So like CV screening, that was a huge one. We get loads of CVs, very good for us, very happy with that, but it's a lot of admin work for recruiters. So it was going, right, CV screening. There was sourcing, which was another big part of this, where, you know, we're sourcing a lot of candidates. It's very time intensive. How can we go around doing that? And then the third one was then interview note taking. And when it was going through this whole journey of like, right, which one to go for, etc., it was really starting to understand how big an impact are these things having. So when we then dive deeper in terms of CV screening, we were like, okay, that's fine, but it's not actually taking that long to go through. You know, we're probably getting X amount. It's not a huge volume in terms of time spent. The next one, in terms of sourcing, we were like, cool, it's only about 15-20% of our hires come from that. It's not going to be a huge thing. And then when it came to the interview note taker, we were like, okay, well, we have to write scorecards, which is like, you know, the results afterwards. They're pretty long in terms of what we expect from our interviewers in terms of assessing the candidate. Every single Mironeer who's interviewing needs to write one and submit one. And there were 23,000 that we pretty much had in 2023. So a huge volume. So when it was coming up with, right, where do we focus our area? It was comparing all of these like for like, and then going, what's going to be the biggest impact for the least amount of effort that we were looking at? And for us, that was the interview note taker. So we started going down kind of that rabbit hole, exploring different tools. And from there, when we look at where we are today, we've implemented one, which is brilliant, but that's then looking to save us about 200K worth of Mironeer time a year. And to give you a bit of an idea of how we get there, and we'll jump into that a little bit with the Elevate side, but if you take the average salary, or, you know, your salary, whoever's doing the task, and you turn that into minutes, and then for every scorecard, probably takes our Mironeers about 15 to 20 minutes to complete. They're then doing 23,000 of those. You can suddenly see that force multiplier is huge.